Hey guys, Coach Matt here from Warrior Fitness and Health, and you know what I do. I coach busy people to create fitter and healthier lifestyles with my PT, my boot camps and my nutritional consultations. Welcome to today's Facebook Live. So in this short video, what I want to talk about is how you can live an amazing life by becoming a tester and an experimenter. Now, this principle is something I talk to my clients about all the time because there's kind of set ideas how we should exercise, how we should eat, how we should recover, how we should sleep. And sometimes we've got to take those principles and we've got to say, well, what's best for us and our life and our circumstances at this moment in time. But specifically today, what inspired me to share this with my bigger following rather than just my clients is one of my Warrior Bootcamp team leaders, Sally, she popped a quote on our private page that basically went something down the lines of be silly, be fun, be different, be crazy, but be you, because life is way too short to be anything else other than happy. And it kind of got me thinking about, maybe life is less about following rules and basically being an experimenter where we've got some data, but actually figuring out what we love exactly at the same time. So how can we apply the principle of becoming an experimenter to fitness, exercise, nutrition and well-being? So I guess number one would be, everybody knows that we should be doing our 10,000 steps a day, but what happens if you actually don't like walking, or you don't like being outside and walking, or you've got a desk-based job, or you drive a lot, and actually getting your 10,000 steps in is a freaking nightmare? Well, maybe we could find something else where we're active for a similar amount of time, because to get your 10,000 steps in, it's basically walking or being on your feet for about an hour a day. So if you hate walking, maybe chase your kids around in a park, maybe do some gardening, maybe do some volunteer work or some church work, or something amazing where you're giving a little something back to the community, where you may not be monitoring your 10,000 steps, but you're kind of on your feet for an hour. So it equates to the same, because this 10,000 steps rule, not everybody enjoys walking and being on their feet and doing it formally. So maybe get creative how you could do that, but in a different modality. So regarding specific exercise, majority of people know we should be doing 150 minutes of cardio per week or 75 minutes of vigorous cardio. But what happens if you actually hate cardio? Cardio on your own, or cardio outdoors, or cardio indoors, or exercise, or going to a gym and doing strategic cardio. Well, cardiovascular and respiratory exercise is just about increasing the breathing rate of the heart and the lungs. So instead of doing formal cardio, maybe you could try some different stuff. Maybe when things are allowed, maybe you join a dancing group. Maybe you do something that involves a whole load of movement as part of a hobby, rambling or hiking, or going out with friends for a chat and a coffee and walking, or maybe some volunteer work outdoors, or some sort of group activity where it kind of gets the heart rate up a little bit, gets a breathing rate up, gets some lovely endorphins flowing up. It doesn't actually feel like exercise, because lots of people want the benefits of exercise but hate exercise. So just get creative, do something you love, find a hobby that involves movement and speeds the whole body up a little bit. Point number 3 would be, we all know the benefits of our 5 a day, our fruit, our veg, and we all know the benefits of maybe eating a few more plant-based stuff rather than the processed stuff. But what happens if you hate fruit, veg and plants and that sort of stuff? Well, being part of a life experimenter is being adaptive. So maybe we need to look at supplements that we could take. Maybe we need to look at some greens powders. Maybe we need to look at ways where we can sneak all that plant-based or fruit and veg goodness into food without us formally eating fruit and veg and plants, because not everybody likes that. So become a bit of a life experimenter in that. Number 4 would be become an experimenter with your sleep. So majority of people will accept that most studies go, you need 8 hours sleep per night. some people have 8 hours sleep and it's not enough for them. They need 9 and 10 hours because that's just their body clock. Right, we've got some thumbs up on the screen. That's lovely. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. So, you know, apparently we should be having 8 hours sleep, but some people need 9 and 10 hours sleep to feel amazing. Other people believe that 8 hours sleep is way too much and we should be getting up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, hustling and seizing the day and smashing the day and being an early bird. So, you know, this 8 hours sleep is a guide. Maybe you only need 6.5, 7 or 7.5 and getting up early and smashing the day and seizing it. Maybe you would cope better with 6 hours sleep a night and maybe an afternoon or a midday nap if your routine allows. Maybe, I mean, I know all the research says you can't replace a sleep debt, so you can't have reduced sleep Monday to Friday and then catch up by epic lies in on a Saturday and a Sunday. But if that's what you want to do and it feels great, do that. You know, I guess the last area that we would talk about would be to become a life experimenter with kind of what your hobbies are. So imagine for a minute that all your friends are runners and they're trying to get you out there running with them. They're doing events, they're dressing up, they're doing charity stuff. They see it as a social event and blah, blah, blah. But you hate running. You know, you've got to become a life experimenter and go, well, how can I still spend time with those people but without doing running? So maybe setting up some other stuff so they can do it in addition to the running. Don't be pulled along with the sheep and be a follower and just do what your circle of five are doing. So I guess this Facebook Live summary would be brought together in 3 points. And the first point would be that life is short. Be you. Don't be others' version of you. Be you, what feels right in there, what feels right in there. Point number 2 would be to take healthy principles and do what you can actually stick with and adhere to long term that makes you feel great. Because we all, again, specific, we all know the benefits of 5 a day. But if you don't like fruit and veg, that's a nightmare. So find a supplement where you can get the same. Just be you. And the third point would be experiment and test with various areas of your life and then stick at something for maybe 4 weeks. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, say, do I want to carry on with this? Do I need to adapt? Or am I binning it off and doing something else? And I can highly recommend becoming an experimenter in lots of different areas of your life. Obviously, this vlog is about health, fitness and well-being. Because you know what? As we get older and go through seasons or chapters of our life, our interests change. What I once loved doing as exercise, I don't really love now. The kind of books I used to read 20 years ago, I don't really like reading now. So as we go through chapters and seasons of our life, we need to adapt. So my encouragement would be become a life experimenter, be you, because life is really, really short. To follow the herd, be a sheep. So exercise, nutrition and well-being. Experiment, find what you love, find something you can stick with and be passionate about it through the days, the weeks, the months, the quarters and the years. Hope you found this Facebook Live useful. If you have, please do all the sexy stuff. Drop a comment in, let me know your thoughts on this. If there's anything you want to cover in the future, let me know. Maybe like it, maybe share it, maybe tag somebody in who you think needs to hear this content who wouldn't normally hear it. And other than that, if you want to know any more about my PT, my boot camps and my nutritional consultations, let me know, send me a DM, we will start the conversation. As I film this, it's Wednesday. Have a great rest of the Wednesday. Have a great week and I'll see you in the next Facebook Live.